Oh, there you are. I bet you're watching this video between your TikTok binges. Hey, no judgment here. But let's take a trip back in time. It's the 1980s, and you're rocking a rad mullet. Ugh, those two words don't belong in the same sentence. Jamming to some sweet synthwave tunes on your Walkman. Meanwhile, in a top-secret government lab, a group of scientists are huddled around a supercomputer the size of a school bus, marveling at its mind-boggling 1 megabyte of RAM. Fast forward to today, and that supercomputer is laughably obsolete compared to the device in your pocket, your smartphone. But what technological sorcery allows your phone to run circles around these old clunkers? Is it powered by some microscopic hamsters on tiny wheels? Perhaps a colony of sentient ants running complex calculations? Neither one, numbnards. The real mastermind behind your pocket-sized powerhouse is the smartphone CPU, also known as the System on a Chip, or SoC. No, I would not recommend trying to put that sock on your feet. This little marvel packs a serious punch, allowing you to snap selfies, stream videos, and even launch Angry Birds at unsuspecting pigs, all without breaking a sweat. But how does it work? Is it alien technology reverse engineered from a crashed UFO? Or maybe it's just really tiny wizards casting spells at lightning speed. Spoiler alert, it's neither one. It's just smart humans at work. And today we're going to crack open this technological marvel and explore its inner workings, piece by piece. So if you're ready to find out what makes your latest iPhone or smartphone so fast and awesome, sit down and let's get started. Alright, let's kick things off by comparing your smartphone CPU to something we can all relate to. The human brain. Just like your noggin has different areas dedicated to specific tasks like speech, problem solving, and trying to remember where you left your keys for the 50 millionth time, the CPU is divided into specialized sections, each with its own set of superpowers. Picture your CPU as a bustling metropolis, with various districts working together to keep things running smoothly. You got the CPU cores, the brain's heavy lifters, crunching numbers and executing instructions at breakneck speeds. Then there's the GPU, or Graphics Processing Unit, which is pretty much the city's art district, rendering stunning visuals and bringing your favorite games to life. But there's more to this, so stay seated. The image and video processors are like the city's film studios, dedicated to making your photos and videos look their best. The memory district is where all your apps and data reside, kind of like a massive library with lightning-fast librarians. Do people still go to libraries nowadays? And let's not forget the modems, your CPU's communication gurus, connecting you to the World Wide Web and letting you stream cat videos or watch dumb TikToks to your heart's content. And I think I hear your first question.
How do all these sections work together without descending into chaos?
Enter the Network on Chip, or NOC. This little wonder is like a miniature internet inside your CPU, shuttling data between different areas faster than you can say,
I can has cheeseburger?
It's the glue that holds everything together, ensuring smooth operation and lightning-quick responses. But that's not all the party favors in the CPU's bag of tricks. It's also got specialized blocks dedicated to specific tasks, like the Security Enclave, which helps keep your sensitive data under lock and key, and various peripheral functions that handle everything from Bluetooth connectivity to sensor data. These dedicated blocks are like superhero sidekicks, taking on specific challenges and freeing up the main CPU to focus on the big picture. Here's the really cool part. Most smartphone CPUs use something called ARM architecture. It's like a secret recipe that allows chip designers to cook up lightning-fast, energy-efficient CPUs that can fit in your pocket without burning a hole in it. Companies like Apple and Qualcomm take this recipe and add their own special sauce, creating custom chips that power your favorite devices. That's kind of a lot to take in, now that I think about it. Oh, but don't worry, we're just getting started. Next up, we'll explore how your smartphone CPU handles a real-world task, like snapping a photo. And trust me, it's gonna blow your mind. Dramatic intro aside, it all starts when you point your phone at that adorable puppy and tap the shutter button. In that instant, a flurry of activities kicks off inside your device, and your SoC springs into action like a well-oiled machine. First up, the image sensor captures the light from that cute furball and turns it into a bunch of tiny electrical signals. These signals then get shuffled off to the image signal processor, ISP, which is like a superhero's secret lair for picture processing. The ISP takes those raw signals and works its magic, applying a bunch of complex algorithms to make your puppy pic look its best. But here's the thing, that raw image is massive, like a digital elephant trying to fit into a smartphone-sized room. So, the ISP sends it off to the DRAM, your phone's short-term memory, where it chills out while the real fun begins. The ISP starts flexing its muscles, applying noise reduction to eliminate any graininess, tweaking the colors to make them pop, and even correcting any lens distortions. It's like giving your puppy pic a full spa treatment. You should do that to your dog in real life once in a while. Once the ISP is done working its magic, it's time for the big reveal. The image gets beamed over to the display subsystem, where it takes those freshly pampered pixels and splashes them across your screen faster than you could say, "Who's a good boy?" And just like that, you're face to face with the most adorable puppy pic ever. Oh, but keep that caboose parked, we ain't done yet. Your sock is a multitasking maestro, and while you're admiring your handiwork, it's already hard at work compressing that image so it doesn't hog all your storage space. The GPU steps in and applies some JPEG compression, which is like using a magical shrink ray on your photo, making it small enough to store without sacrificing quality. Now, let's say you want to share that puppy pic with your friends. Your trusty sock leaps into action once again, packaging up the compressed image and handing it off to the modem, which beams it out over the airwaves or Wi-Fi like a digital carrier pigeon. And through all of this, your smartphone CPU is orchestrating a symphony of data, shuttling information between different components like a traffic controller on steroids. While this happens, the network on chip, NOC, acts as the highway system, ensuring everything gets to where it needs to go quickly and efficiently. And here's the mind-blowing part. All of this happens in a matter of seconds, with billions of operations firing off every moment. Your sock is processing data at an incredible scale, moving vast amounts of information around like it's no big deal. Kinda like watching a high-speed chess match played by the world's most advanced AI. I hear you.
But how is all of this possible? How can such a tiny chip handle such a massive workload without breaking a sweat?
Well, that's where the real magic happens, and it's all thanks to the incredible engineering and design that goes into these pocket-sized powerhouses. In our next section, we'll dive into the secrets behind your smartphone CPU's incredible capabilities and explore the cutting-edge technology that makes it all possible. Alright, so we've seen the smartphone CPU in action, and it's pretty darn impressive. But how do they cram all that awesomeness into a chip smaller than your fingernail, you wonder? It all comes down to some seriously mind-boggling engineering and design. First off, designing a sock is like playing the world's most complex game of 3D chess. You've got to fit billions of transistors onto a tiny chip, all the while making sure they play nicely together and don't melt your phone into a puddle of goo. It's a delicate balancing act that takes some serious brainpower and a whole lot of coffee. But the real magic happens when engineers start adding in specialized hardware accelerators. These are like a tiny elite squad that swoop in to handle specific tasks, like processing images or crunching numbers, leaving the main CPU free to focus on the big picture. It's all about working smarter, not harder. And let's not forget about power efficiency. Electronics generate heat, and nobody wants a phone that doubles as a hand warmer, or worse yet, melts to your face while you're talking to your girl. Engineers have to get creative, using advanced techniques like clock gating and power gating to make sure your sock sips power instead of guzzling it. Gotta sip it like wine, not chug it like beer. And just because I want to bend your mind even more, manufacturing these tiny marvels requires precision on a scale that's really hard to wrap your head around. I'm talking about etching billions of transistors onto a wafer of silicon, using processes that would make Rolex's best horologist, or watchmaker, look like a clumsy toddler. It's like building an entire city on a grain of sand. And the crazy thing is, it's only getting better. As transistors keep shrinking and new materials come into play, engineers are finding ways to pack even more power into
Even smaller packages.
We're seeing new technologies like neural processing units that can crunch AI workloads like nobody's business. So, what does the future hold for smartphone CPUs? Well, one thing's for sure, they're only going to get faster, smarter, and more efficient. We're talking about chips that can handle everything from augmented reality to 5G networks without breaking a sweat. It's like having a crystal ball that fits in your pocket. But let's take a step back and appreciate what we've got today. Smartphone CPUs are modern marvels of engineering, packing more power than a 90s supercomputer into something smaller than a postage stamp. They're the unsung heroes that make our digital lives possible, and they deserve a round of applause. So, the next time you whip out your smartphone to snap a selfie or play a game, or watch TikTok, take a moment to appreciate the incredible feat of engineering that's powering your digital adventures. It's like having a little bit of magic. It fits in your pocket. If you enjoyed this technically tantalizing trip through the world of smartphone CPUs, give this video a like and share it with your friends. And if you want to dive even deeper into the fascinating world of mobile technology, be sure to check out our other videos on computer memory and camera tech. Trust me, you won't be disappointed.